Hi, my name is Lily. I'm an 8th grade purpose student, and for my scenario this year, I chose to do an art technique. That art technique is called grid drawing. Grid drawing is a very simple but interesting technique that anybody can really do. To begin, you need a blank piece of paper and a photo or drawing you want to mimic. On your photo or drawing, you want to draw grid lines and do the same on a blank piece of paper. Whatever is in your grid lines on your photo or drawing, you're going to put that on the same grid lines on your blank piece of paper. Once you keep doing that until you have an outline of your drawing. Once you feel like you have a nice outline, you're going to erase all your grid lines. And then you'll draw and sketch until you feel like you're completed. So obviously that's what I did. And so I drew Coco Gauff. She's a 16-year-old tennis star who beats Serena Williams. So this is not the exact photo, but it's pretty close. So this is what she looks like. Okay, so this is the photo I drew of her. Okay, I don't know if you can tell, but I really focused on doing the shading element around her one eye. And I tried my best to bring the darkness into her face. And then, as you can tell from this photo, her hair is really pretty, so that's what I tried to accomplish right there. So for my second grid drawing, I also drew my little sister. So this is her. So I took this photo in black and white, and there was a light right here. And so I really wanted to accomplish that in my drawing. So this is my drawing of her. Okay, so you can see like the lightness coming into her face. You can see how I tried my best to blend her like dress into the darkness, which you can tell from here. Okay, let's do them. So I'm not sure if many of you know this, but there's many famous artists that have also used the grid technique. For example, M.C. Escher, Van Gogh, and Leonardo da Vinci. Okay, to accomplish this, I had to use many different materials. And so here are my pencils I used, and some other materials I'll show you in a second. So these are my pencils. So this is an 8B. It's the darkest one possible. I use it very rarely, but I use it not too much. So this is a 6B. It's in between the 6B and 8B. Not use it that much. Here's a 4B. I use this a lot with shading darker materials and drawings. So right here, this is 2B. 2Bs are pretty good. It's still pretty dark though. And then we're going to my favorites. This is a B. This is the B pencil. And then HB right here. HB and B are probably my favorite because they're in between the dark and the light pencils. And here is H. It's one of the really light ones. And you also have your 4H right here. So the most common ones I use on my drawing with my sister Penny. I use the 8B in this darker area right around here. And then in the lighter areas and with her face, I used the HB probably around her face right here. And so is the B in the same area. When I got in the shading darker areas, I used the 6B around here, especially around this area too. So I used the darker Bs in this area face. Okay, so that's just one of the materials I use with the pencils. But I also use a couple other materials. So I use something called a tortillon. It's a white little stick with two ends, both sides. So I have a bunch of different ones, different sizes. So here's just a couple. So they're really tiny, really big ones. And so I don't know if you can tell, but these are two colors. This is a B and a 4H, like I showed you. And now I'm just gonna take a bigger one and blend it together pretty nicely, like right here. If I just move up and down, and then you can flip the sides till you blend it like this, however feels right. So I think you can tell the difference between the blended and unblended. So I also use something called kneaded eraser. It's one of my favorites. It's kind of like a sticky putty, like eraser putty. So you pull off a piece, and you use this to like take away the ink. So you use this to pull it apart like this until it gets pretty white. This is how you clean it basically. So then you dab it on. So, okay. This is a 4B, so I'm gonna lightly dab it on right here. And it pulls away the ink. See? You can see the ink is collecting it right here. So we're gonna pull it apart a little bit and keep dabbing it till you feel like it's enough. I use this a lot, especially when I drew my sister right here, and I drew this and I realized I need to take some more away. So I use a kneaded eraser a lot right here. And then so the last thing I want to show you are my two erasers. So besides a normal eraser, I also used a mechanical eraser, I guess. This is a nice bigger one. This is a really tiny one. So I'm going to show you the difference between the two. So my art teacher says you use this for taking away like really thin pieces in your drawing, for example, like hair. So I just use this to pull it away. And it's harder to see than the other one, but it's very useful in situations like when I drew Coco, her eye, I had to use this eraser. So if you can tell my gray back there. Okay, and so that's what this eraser is. And you use this eraser for bigger sections. So take a nice big section out. So I don't use this too often, unless I'm taking away a section that doesn't need or require a big eraser. So that's basically it. Thank you for watching.